Hello and welcome to Earth School. Welcome to this basics course. I've called it Earth School Basics, but essentially it's the same principles that we'll be riding through on the main program, just condensing it into some of the, I suppose, basic principles that I believe can integrate themselves into this energetic, physical and spiritual journey. Earth School. So why the Earth School? Why have I called this Creating Roots, Riding Waves and Flying High? Essentially, the journey that we go on in Earth School is about finding a certain inner voice, a certain grounding, something that resonates very simply and very deeply within you. Now, how you find that is probably your own unique path and your own unique way. I've done this through connecting to nature, to observing the different seasons, the cycles of the moon, the cycles of life, and trying to each day find some form of nourishment and connection between myself and the environment that I live in, but particularly the forests, the trees, nature's splendor. The colours, the smells, the sounds, that whole thing nourishes physically and energetically our body. And the Earth School is designed to try literally and reconnect us to the earth and maybe find some simple ways that you can calm things down sometimes, simplify some things, maybe make decisions that are a little bit deeper and more resonating within you. And that maybe also are better for the environment that you are living in or that you wish to live in. It's also about visualizing where you want to be and how you want to live. So this first module is kind of presenting the concept of Earth School and also the basic energetic journey that we will be going on. And for that, I wanted to just approach the notion of energy. What is energy? I come from all sorts of spiritual, religious, physical backgrounds that amalgamate into a quite varied rainbow-colored esoteric practice. But essentially, when I talk about energy, I'm talking about what you feel deep down within you. There's like a resonance, like in music. You can even put it on musical terms. There's a megahertz vibration that goes on within a music piece as well as within nature. Nature resonates, in fact, at a 432 megahertz rate. Most modern music is at about 440 and sometimes even 444. It's not designed to resonate with our heart, with our inner energy within us. It actually clashes with us quite considerably. But when you meditate or when you slow things down, when you focus on your breath, when you spend time in nature, the resonance descends, that megahertz comes back down towards the 432 mark. So the Earth's resonance is the same as our heart's resonance and our inner resonance when we meditate. And that in itself is a pretty major concept. But let's come back to what energy is. So energy. In yoga, we call energy prana. These are Indian yogic techniques. In other Asian traditions, they call this chi. It's the same thing. And what they say is the energy that is within us, this prana, this chi, is also in the nature that surrounds us, in the universe that surrounds us. And our aim is to try and find that balance, that subtle bridge between the prana that's within us and the prana that is without, on the outside, and make that harmony or union. The word yoga in itself means union. And really the aim of everything we're doing is to try and resonate more deeply and find that connection, find that harmony. You know, in English, we have expressions, I've got out of the bed the wrong side, I'm having a bad hair day. And those are the days where you can just feel it's not quite right. The energy's just not matching. I'll give you some examples of where energy clashes. Think about a football stadium and football fans. Now, within their football team fan group, there's a massive energetic environment. There's a vibration, there's singing, there's camaraderie, there's a community. And although they're not necessarily against, but they are pitching against another team, there's still a kind of resonance within the football fans. There's an energy of football fan there. So two teams, okay, granted, but there's an energy. We're all football fans. If you take those fans and you take them into, let's say, a church, and you pop them into a church environment where other people are quietly praying, there's something that's just not going to quite go and match on the energy level. Similarly, if you go into the heart of a forest, and if you've never been into the heart of the forest, please try and make this year a year when you do that. But if you ever go into the energy of a forest and you try and put some music on that's maybe, I don't know, let's say techno music or heavy metal or really hard rock music, there's something that doesn't quite work. It's kind of a weird thing, and you can feel it. You can't describe it always, but you can always feel it. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that kind of energy. Prana. Indescribable, but definitely you can feel it. So the journey that we will be going on, even in this basics course, is centered around the notion of the energy that is within us and the energy that is outside of us, how the energy moves or even sits or even stagnates within us, and how it dissipates itself or gets used or gets transformed. So we'll be doing that through a variety of yoga techniques, meditation, breathing exercises, and also some of these videos with some worksheets that accompany them to ask you just a few little questions about this whole notion of, what is energy for you? Where do you feel, for example, let's just stop a second. Where do you feel most at home, the most relaxed, the most you? Maybe close your eyes. Maybe just close your eyes for a moment and take a few deep breaths. And just as you exhale, just center the breath so it goes down into the lower part of your body. And maybe just observe how you feel there. How do you feel in that part of your body? Is it blocked? Is it uncomfortable? Is it tense? Or can you actually relax that part of your body and connect with the earth beneath you? And how does that feel? How does your breath feel? Where are you breathing? Are you breathing in your chest? Or are you breathing in your diaphragm and the lower part of your body? It's about taking stock. It's about realizing who you are, where you're going, why are you doing this, and does it resonate deep within you? It's an energetic journey. Energy doesn't have to be for a chosen few. It's for everybody. This energetic journey is for you, it's for me, it's for my neighbors. All you have to do is stop, take some time out and tune in. It's like a radio, the old-fashioned radios, where you tune them in and eventually you find the channel that is right for you. So it's your journey. It's not my journey. It's not her journey or his journey. It's your journey. And we're going to be going on that together. Isn't that exciting? So this Earth School Basics course, it's just a short program I'm offering to then maybe go deeper into more of an exploration and find out a little bit more about what does this chakra mean? What does this energy zone mean? What does this element mean? So I have one thing to ask you at the end of this video, and I want you to take this with you as a sort of exercise. Just close your eyes for a moment. Breathe deeply into your heart center and exhale right down into the roots of your body. Keep breathing like that for a few more times. And I'm going to invoke or evoke the notion of a soulscape. And a soulscape is a term that Mary Reynolds, in her book Claiming the Wild Soul, or Reclaiming the Wild Soul, uses. And it means a landscape that is in resonance with your soul. A soulscape. So as you're breathing there, I just want you to think back to a place in nature, a landscape, where you last felt free and completely you. And I want you to take that with you at the end of this video. And maybe write a small poem, or just write down where it was and how you were feeling when you were there. Come gently back round. So take that with you, think about that, and write it all down. And it's an amazing idea to just think that nature influences how we feel, how we are, that energies outside massively influence the energy within, but that you can shift it, you can change it, you can tune the dial so that things can resonate more authentically with who you are and how you want to live. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Namaste.